What are some common things that people do wrong and they get injured during weightlifting? And how do you reduce your risk for this happening? One, poor lifting biomechanics. Obviously, we know you need to have proper mechanics or you increase your risk for injury greatly. Not controlling the weight, right? You never sacrifice form for a rep to the point where you are not controlling the weight anymore. It's okay to give a little bit of a subtle swing or that pre-stretch reflex that we were talking about yesterday, right? To get a little more out of the set. But another one I want to talk about today is the stop and go. It's that sudden change in momentum, that sudden change. So what's the whole point of a spot? The point of a spot is so that instead of doing 0 or 100% of a rep, like if you were alone on a bench, if you got 95, that's 0. That's why we say 0 or 100. It's either going all the way up and going on the rack, or it's falling on your chest, right? You can do 95 and they help you with the other 5. You can do 20, they help you with the other 80, and so on, right? And the next set you can do 25 and then 30 the next set, and then so on. And sooner or later you get an extra rep, right? But it's also when you're picking the weights up off the rack. It's when you're putting them back on the rack. Any sudden stop and go, change in movement, that's the spotter's job, that's your job when you work out to make sure that doesn't happen. When you're benching and they're spotting you, bench just a common example, right? If they let you stop and then you go to get going, that's when you get hurt. That's when you blow that shoulder out. You're not paying attention, you're going to pick up the dumbbells and you come down all lackadaisical and you're not thinking about it, your core's not tight, your low back's not tight, and you just bend down and pick them, that's how you get hurt. You're putting them back on the rack, you bend at an awkward angle and just let it go, that's how you get hurt. You finish the set, you start the set strong, you finish the set strong, and you maintain fluid motion, right? Fluid, smooth movement to reduce the risk of injury. That's our simple message of the day, you guys. Pay attention when you're putting the weights back on the rack. Pay attention when you're picking them off the ground. Pay attention when you're spotting someone. Do a good job. Never let that bar stop moving. This way, they don't get injured. And neither do you. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Thanks a lot. Happy wellness. Keep lifting, my friends. How many days a week do I do fasting? Every day. You don't need to do that. No one ever needs to do anything, right? Except for, eventually breathe and drink water and eat and sleep and piss and shit, right? But, thank you, Toka Marie, you too. But I feel good fasting every day, I do the OMAD, one meal, I'll have about 4,000 calories in that meal. I'm making 2 pounds of beef right now. I'll have probably 8-10 eggs with it. Make a bag or 2 of quinoa and brown rice. Get some soluble fiber. Have some psyllium husk. Have some greens powder. Have 1 or 2 packs of blueberries and some raspberries. So I do get a decent amount of carbs in there as well. A shot of extra virgin olive oil every day. A decent dose of fish oil, at least 3 grams every day. If I had fish, it's different. Maybe you don't need that, right? But that's how it goes. What I do, to answer your question. Das 4371, how you doing, baby? Let's take this out so we can wave to everybody. Das 43, Grow House Gym, what's happening? Swang 00. Charlie Bernaldez, you're the one I answered. There you go. Toka Marie, Steve Fitzy, done the PhD. Done the PhD, good for you. In what? Ed Bellick, Berlin Bad, what's happening? Cameron August, Meg, what's going on? The Eric Ortiz, Mad Cats, Holly, what's up, baby? To the PH, we said hi to you. African, John Wall, Jose Guillermo Castanon, long one. Abdulio, how are you, my friend? Pathon, Santa Ediva, I was going to call you Santa. Granfenzo, what's up, my brother? How you doing, you beast? Forestracon, Josh Winter, H. Palma Lopez, and James Costos. You guys enjoy your night. Any questions? You send us a message, anything you want to talk about related to health and wellness, we'd be more than happy to do that. You just got to let us know what you're interested in, what you're going for, what your goals are, and how we can help. Thanks a lot, and happy wellness. Later, Yonatan Robani. Thanks for hopping on.